Hello my dear friends, how are you all? I hope you all are good and fine. So my dear friends, you are very welcome in our lecture number 3 of statistics. Okay, so my dear friends, I hope you will enjoy this lecture. So without wasting the time, let's start. Yes, so my dear friends, today we are going to discuss mode of group data. Okay, so my dear friends, we already learned about the mode, and here today we are going to discuss in detail. Okay, so basically what is mode? A mode is defined as the value that has a higher frequency in a given set of values. Okay, it is that value which has a higher frequency in the given set of values. It is the value that appears the most number of times. Okay, it is that value which appears most number of times. Okay my dear friends, I hope you get this point. So my dear friends, again there are a lot of methods to find the mode. Okay, the method for finding the mode for ungrouped data is different. The method for finding the mode of group data, and in the group data when the interval is given, when the interval is not given. So there are different methods to find the mode of the data. I hope my dear friends understand these things. So my dear friends, mode is one of the three measures of central tendency apart from mean and median. Okay, so now for example, let's suppose we have a set like this. We have a set like this: 3, 7, 8, 8, 9. Okay, now my dear friends, we have to find what is mode. So if you observe this set, there are two 8s, means 8 are repeat for 2 times. So we can say that the mode is what? The mode is what? 8. Okay, so for a finite number of observation, we can easily find the mode. A set of values may have one mode or more than one mode or no mode at all. Okay, a set of values, it may have one mode or more than one mode, 2 mode, 3 mode, or it may have no any mode. Okay, so my dear friends, let's move on. Yes, now bimodal, trimodal, multimodal, in which more than one mode. Okay my dear friend, so what is bimodal? So when there are two modes in a data set, then the set is called bimodal. When there are two modes in this set, for example, let's suppose we have a set which is equals to 2, 2, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5. Okay, so now my dear friend, in the given set we have 2 3 times and we have 5 also 3 times. Okay, so we can say mod is, in this case we have 2 and 5. What is 2 and 5? So both 2 and 5 is repeated 3 times in the given set. So we can say they are what? They are bimodal. They are what? Yes, bimodal. Okay, now what is trimodal? So similarly in trimodal, when there are 3 modes in a data set, then we can say that the set is called trimodal. The set is called what? Trimodal. Let's suppose we have a set like this in which we have 2, 2, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 7, 8, 8, 8. Now if you observe this, there are 2 3 times and 5 also 3 times and 8 is also repeated 3 times. Okay, so we can say that in this example there are 2, 5 and 8. So mod is what? 2, 5 and 8. So we can say it is what? It is a set of trimodal. It is a set of what? Set of trimodal. Okay, my dear friends, I hope you understand these things. What is multimodal? So my dear friends, in multimodal, when there are 4 or more than 4 models, when there are 4 or more than 4 modes in a data set, then the set is called multimodal. Then the set is called what? Multimodal. Okay, my dear friends, I hope you understand this. So when there are 4 or more than 4 modes in a data set, then set is what? Then set is called multimodal. Okay, my dear friends, I hope you understand these things. So guys, let's move on to the next topic, which is finding mod for ungrouped data. Okay, so we know that what is ungrouped data, which are not grouped, which are not in the form of organized. So this is called what? Ungrouped data. Okay, now we have to find the mod for that group data, that ungrouped data. Okay, so what is that? So my dear friends, let's suppose for example we have a table in which there are matches 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Okay, and there are number of wickets are in one match there are 2 wickets, in second match there are 1 wicket, in third match there are 1, similarly like this. Okay, so now my dear friends, it can be seen that 2 wickets were taken by the bowler frequently in different matches like this. If we observe these matches, here is, here is, here is, here is. So 2 wickets is more frequent. 2 wickets have higher number of frequency. So we can say that the mod of this data given, the mod of this data given is what? Is 2. Is 2. Okay, so this is our answer. So this is the method. This is a very simple method to finding the mod for ungrouped data, because in that method we have to find the mod from the observations. Okay, my dear friends. So now let's move on. So now my dear friends, finding mod for group data when class intervals are not given. Okay, in this case we have a group data but class intervals are not given. So for this case we have to find the mod. Okay, so my dear friends, in group data without class interval, the observation having the largest frequency is the mod. Okay, so this is the same when we finding the mod for the ungrouped data. In this also, in this case also we have to find the mod for group data, like which is the highest frequency of the mod. Okay, I hope you understand these things. So let's suppose same we have a data like this, which is in grouped form. Like let's suppose we have, for example, 2 2 3 3 3 4 5 5 5 5 6 7 8 8. Okay, this is the set of data. Now my dear friends, we have to find the mod. So simple, we can observe that in this 5 is repeated more number of times. So we can say mod is what? So mod is equals to 5. Okay, my dear friends, I hope you understand these things. So now most important case is that finding mod for group data when class interval are given. When class interval are given. So in that case, we have to use a formula which is mod is equals to L plus F1 minus F0 upon twice of F1 minus F0 minus F2 into H. Now what is this formula? Okay, what is this? What is F1? What is F0? What is F2? What is L? What is H? Okay, so now my dear friends, let's understand these things. First of all, we have L. What is L? L is the lower limit of model class. Now what is model class? So model class is that class which having the highest number of frequency. Which having highest number of frequency. That class is called model class. We will see in the questions. Okay. And what is H? So H is class width. We know that very well. Okay. Now what is F1? F1 is frequency of model class. Okay. And F0 is frequency of the class preceding the model class. Frequency of that class which is preceding the model class. Okay. Frequency of class preceding the model class. And what is F2? And F2 is frequency of class succeeding the model class, means after the model class. Succeeding the model class. Okay, my dear friends, I hope you understand these things. So now let's do some questions. Yes. So my dear friends, we have a question number 1, which is the following table shows the ages of the patients admitted in a hospital during a year. Okay, we have the ages of the patients. So the ages are what? 5 to 15, 15 to 25, 25 to 35, 35 to 45, 45 to 55, 55 to 65. And number of patients are 6, 11, 21, 23, 14 and 5. Okay, this is the data. Okay, so now find the mod and the mean of the data given above. Now we have to find the mod as well as mean and compare and interpret the two measures of central tendency. Okay, so now let's do that. First of all, we have to find the mod. Okay, so for finding the mod, now first of all we have to find the model class. Okay, we have to find the model class. So for finding the model class, we have to see the highest number of frequency. Which class has highest number of frequency? So if you observe that, we see 23 has the highest frequency. So we can say that this class is what? Model class. Okay, this class is what? Model class. So from this we can write like this. L is what? L is equals to lower limit of the model class. So which is lower limit is 35. Okay, we can write here as 35. Okay, and what is H? H is the width, which is what? 10. Okay, now what is F1? F1 is the frequency of model class. So this is equals to 23. Okay, my dear friends, I hope you get this point. Now F0. What is F0? F0 is the frequency of the what? Of the class of preceding the model class. Like, okay, 23 is what? It is the frequency of model class. Now the f naught is this 21. So we can write here like this 21. Now what is f2? f2 is the frequency of the class of the succeeding of the model class. So this is 14. So we can write here as f2 is 14. So now my dear friends, we have L, H, f1, f0 and f2. So now with the help of this data we can easily find the mod. So what is mod? We know that mod is equals to L plus bracket f1 minus f0 divided by twice of f1 minus f0 minus f2. Okay my dear friend, and this is into h. Now put all these values in this formula. So we have 35 plus, here is f1 is 23 minus f0 is 21 divided by twice of f1 means 2 into 23 minus 21 minus f2 we have 14 into h is what? 10. Okay, so this will become 35 plus, here is what? 2 divided by, okay, now if we solve this we get 11 into 10. Okay, I hope you get this point. So now my dear friends, we have 35 plus 20 upon 11 which is equals to 35 plus 1.8 which is equal to 36.8 years. So this is what? This is the mod. This is the mod. 36.8 year. I hope my dear friends you understand these things. So now we have to just put the formula and we can find mod easily. Okay, now we have to find the mean. Okay, so for finding the mean we have to make the tabular form. Yeah, so this is what? This is the tabular form, and we are finding the mod by the direct method because the value of class intervals and frequency is small. So first of all we have to find the midpoint, means xi. So after finding the midpoint of first class interval we get 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and 60. Now in this case we have to find fi xi. So this will become 60, 220, 630. Okay, this is 920, this is 700 and this is 300. Now my dear friends, what is summation of fi? If we sum all these numbers of fi we get 80. If we sum of these number we get 2830. Okay, this is, now we know that the formula of mean is x bar is equals to summation of fi xi divided by summation of fi. So this will become 2830 divided by 80. After solving this we get 35.37 years. 35.37 years. So this is the mean of this problem. Okay my dear friends, I hope you get this point. This is the answer. So now let's move to the next question, which is the following data gives the information on the observed lifetimes in hours of 225 electrical components. Okay, so here is lifetimes which is in hour and this is the frequency, means this is the components. Okay, so there are 10 components which having the lifetime between 0 to 20 hours. There are 35 components which having the lifetime between 20 to 40 hours, like this and similar on. So now determine the model lifetimes of the component. We have to find the mod. Okay, my dear friend. So again, first of all, we have to find the model class. So before starting the solution of the question, we have to find, in every question, we have to find first of all the model class. Okay. Now in this case, 61 has the highest number of frequency. So we can say that this class is what? Yeah, this class is model class. So we can write here like, we have L is what? Lower limit of the model class, which is 60. H is the width, which is 20. F1 is what? The frequency of the model class, which is 61. F0 is the frequency of the preceding model class, which is 52. F2 is the frequency of the succeeding model class, which is 38. Okay, now we have to put the values in the formula. So we have the formula is mod is equals to L plus F1 minus F0 divided by twice of F1 minus F0 minus F2 multiplied by H. Okay, so we have L is 60 plus we have F1 is 61 minus we have F0 is 52 and we have twice of F1, which is twice of 61 minus 52 and minus 38. Okay, multiply by 20. I hope my dear friend you understand these things. So mod is equals to 60 plus, so this will become what? Yes, this will become 9 and we have into 20 divided by, and this will become 222 minus, if we solve this we get 90. So we have 60 plus 180 divided by 32 divided by what? 32. Now if we solve this we get 60 plus 5.625. After solving this we get 65.625 hours. Okay, so what is mod? So the mod is 65.625 hours. So my dear friends, I hope you understand these things. So this is the method to find the mod. Okay. So the next question is, my dear friends, the following distribution gives the state-wise teacher-student ratio in higher secondary school of India. Okay. Find the mod and mean of this data. Interpret the two measures. Okay, my dear friends. So now, number of students per teacher is, this is the interval, and number of states, this is the. Okay, so now my dear friends, first of all, for finding the mod, we have to find what? We have to find the model class. So what is model class? So the model class is, if you observe this, this is the highest frequency. So we can say that this is our model class. So from this we can write L is lower limit of the model class, means 30, and F0 is, we can see from the table, F0 is 9. F0 is what? 9. And F1 is what? F1 we can see that, which is 10, and F2 is 3, which is the frequency of the succeeding of the model class. Now what is H? H is the width, so this is 5. So now we have to put in the formula, and we have formula L plus H into f1 minus f0 divided by twice of f1 minus f0 minus f2. So my dear friends, now we have to put all these values in the formula. So we get mod is equals to L. We have L is 30 plus H we have is 5 into, now F1 is 10 minus F0 is 9 divided by 2 into 10 minus 9 minus 3. Okay my dear friends, I hope you get this point. So now my dear friends, after solving this we get 30 plus 5 into, here is 1 and this will become 20 minus 12. Okay, so we get 30 plus 5 upon 8, 30 plus 5 upon 8, this is equals to 30 plus 0.625, which is equals to 30.625. So we have mod which is equals to 30.625. Okay my dear friends, I hope you understand these things. So this is our answer. Okay, so now we have to calculate the mean. We have this table like this. So now we have a class interval and we have frequency. Okay, now we have to find the midpoints. Okay, midpoints of class interval to become the xi. Okay, so this will be 17.5, 22.5. If you find the midpoint of this, we get 27.5, 32.5, 37.5, 42.5, 47.5, and here is 52.5. Okay, now we have to find FIXI, so we get 52.5, 180, and this will become 247.5. This is 325.0, and this is 112.5. This is 0, 0, and this will become 105. Okay, now the summation of Fi is what? This is 35. Okay, and summation of FIXI, so this will be, after adding these FIXI, here we get 1022.5. Okay, 1022.5. So we have submission of FIXI and we have submission of Fi. Okay, so with the help of this we can easily find the mean. Okay, we can easily find the mean, which is equal to submission of FIXI divided by submission of Fi. So this will be equals to 1022.5 divided by 35. After solving this we get 29.2. So the mean is equals to 29.2. I hope my dear friends you understand these things. Okay, so this is the solution of this question. Okay, so now let's move on to the next question. Yes, so the question number 4 is, the given distribution shows the number of runs scored by some top batsmen of the world in one day international cricket matches. Okay, so now my dear friend, we have run scored and we have number of batsmen. So there are 4 batsmen which having their runs 3000 to 4000, and there are 18 batsmen which having runs 4000 to 5000. Okay, and so on. Okay my dear friends, I hope you get this point. Now my dear friends, in this question this is asking for about the mode of the data. Means we have to find the mode of the data. Again, first of all we have to find the mode of the data. First of all we have to find the model class. So what is model class? If we observe this is the what? This is the highest frequency among all these frequencies. So this is what? This is model class. And Now L is what? 4000. F1 is 18. F0 is 4. F2 is 9. Okay. And H is what? H is 1000. So we have all these values. Okay. So now let's find. Yes. We have mod which is equals to L plus H into F1 minus F0 divided by twice of F1 minus F0 minus F2. Okay. So what is L? L we have 4000 plus what is H? H we have 1000. Okay my dear friends. And what is F1? F1 is 18 minus F0 is 4 divided by 2 into 18 minus 4 minus 9. Okay. Now, so now this is 4000 plus 1000 multiply 18 minus 4 is 14 divided by 2 into 18 is what? 36 minus here is 13. Okay. So now 4000 plus 14,000 divided by 36 minus 13 we get 23. Okay, I hope you get this point. So now my dear friends, we have 4000 plus, if we divide this we get 608.695. Okay, and we get 4608.695. Okay, so this is the mod which is approximately. So the mod is equals to 4608.7. This is approximately. Okay my dear friends, I hope you understand these things. So now let's move on to the next question, which is, yes my dear friends, so the next question is, the following table gives the literacy rate in percentage of 35 cities. Now my dear friends, in this we have to find the mean literacy rate. What? Yes, mean literacy rate. Okay, so now we have this table which is in class interval. This is in class interval and we have the number of cities like this. Literacy rate is in class interval and number of cities like this. Okay. So my dear friend, first of all, we have to find the midpoints of the interval using the formula of what? Midpoint formula, which is upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. Okay my dear friends, I hope you get this point. So now my dear friends, in this case, the value of midpoint, which is xi, is very large. So we have to use this problem by the step deviation method. Okay, we are going to use this formula by what? Step deviation method. Okay my dear friends, so let's suppose we have this tabular form like this. So now my dear friends, in this we have class interval, okay, and we have frequency fi. Okay my dear friends, so now we have to find the midpoints. We have to find what? Yes, first of all midpoint. So the midpoint is that this is 50, this is 60, and if we find this we get 70, 80 and 90. Okay, and the summation of fi is what? 35, because we have what? Because we have 35 cities. That's why summation of fi is what? 35. And if we add all these entries, we also get 35. Okay, now first of all we have to assume a mean. Okay, let's suppose we are assuming this is a. Okay my dear friends, I hope you get this point. So now my dear friends, here is xi minus a means 50 minus a, which is 50 minus 70. Okay, so we get what? We get minus 20. Okay, and we get minus 10. Here is 0. this is 10 and this is 20. I hope my dear friend you understand these things. So now we have to find the UI. Okay, we have to find UI. So what is UI? Di upon hi means this upon h. So minus 20 upon h. H is what? H is the width of the class interval. So this is what? This is 10. Okay, so means we get minus 2. If we divide minus 10 by 10, we get minus 1. This will be 0. This will be 1 and this will be 2. Okay. So now my dear friends, we have to find FIUI. So what is FIUI? Means we have to multiply FI into UI. So if we multiply F1 into U1, we get minus 6. If we multiply F2 into U2, we get minus 10. And if we multiply F3 into U3, we get 0. And similarly 8 into 1, 8. And 3 into 2 is 6. Okay, so the submission of this FIUI is minus 2. What? Yes, minus 2. So my dear friends, I hope you understand these things. So now my dear friends, we have to find mean. So for finding mean, we have to find first of all U bar. And what is U bar? So U bar is submission of Fi UI divided by submission of Fi. So this will be minus 2 divided by 35. Okay. Now we have to find X bar. So we know that X bar is what? A plus H into U bar. Okay. Now what is A? And we have A is 70 plus what is H? H we have 10 and U bar, so this is minus 2 upon 35. So my dear friends, I hope you understand these things. So now this will become X bar is equals to 70 minus 20 upon 35. Okay my dear friends, I hope you get this point. So after solving this, we get X bar is equals to 69.42. Okay, so my dear friend, I hope you understand these things. So now we have mean literacy part is equals to 69.42. What is 69.42? So my dear friends, I hope you understand these things. So now this is enough for today and we will meet in the next lecture with the next amazing topic. So thank you very much guys for listening me and take care and goodbye.